Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I started the show like that. I just wanted to.
Well, you love a line. You love a line dance.
Well, it's a list.
Oh, you love a list?
I know I've been doing a lot of these, but this is one that I got a few weeks ago, and I have not been able to throw it away.
Okay.
Because it involves our favorite topic.
Oh, yeah.
Foodstuffs.
I like food.
And I think, I didn't do this, right?
You did not.
The 10 most unhealthy items at fast food restaurants?
You have
No,
you have not.
You did outrageous foods at ballparks.
Outrageous. That sucked.
That's been a few weeks
Well,
ago.
no, that started good.
That list was ass.
That started good.
This will be better.
This is good. Well, I don't know.
No, come on. Come on.
At least
Believe.
There's a reason I've been hanging it over on the side. I'm tired.
No, you don't seem it.
Your boy is tired.
You do not seem it.
A lot going on. Very busy week. But let's get right to it. Let me see. No one is dumb enough to believe that fast food is good for you, but some of these calorie counts are astounding.
Yeah,
that sounds like Paul Butterfield.
Yeah.
Brian Butterfield.
The results?
But these are astounding. Number one on the list is the equivalent of 8 orders of Sonic tater tots.
The results have been incredible.
They whoever these people are, I have no idea. They took the single most unhealthy regular menu items from each of the top 10 fast food restaurants in America, and then ranked them by calorie content. See, it's straight ahead.
What they did is they sent a reporter out to follow me.
While that isn't an exact measure of the unhealthiness, that's the criteria that they use. They've also included grams of fat, milligrams of sodium, grams of carbs, and grams of sugar.
Salt is the one that always really blows me away.
It's amazing how much salt they put in.
That's in all food, believe it or
Right.
not. For reference, a McDonald's packet of salt is those little ones.
Yeah, little guys. About the size of a postage
Is
stamp.
270 milligrams.
They're ribbed for your pleasure.
Picture that as you scroll through items with 2,000 plus milligrams.
So that'd be, that'd be like 10 packets.
All right, let me see.
Check it and see. No, that's 6 packets.
Number 10.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, the Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Sandwich Deluxe.
Oh, the deluxe, of course.
Chick-fil-A has had, stop it, Timpani. Chick-fil-A has had plenty of bad press last year, but no one would have cared if their food wasn't delicious. The best item on that menu is their spicy chicken sandwich.
Really?
Unfortunately, it's also the most unhealthy piece of chicken in the shack.
Oh, wow.
570 calories.
Okay. That's
27 grams of fat.
Oh, that's high.
Jesus.
1,790 milligrams of sodium.
That might be too much.
1,700. That's like, God.
I've driven through Chick-fil-A's drive-thru and said, today is a healthy day.
Would it
Just
be,
one spicy chicken sandwich.
6 packets of salt, Mike. Just take them straight.
Then it has 50 carbs. Would that be 50? It just has 50. I don't know what that
Well, the carb, Mike, is actually, it's a brick unit.
Doesn't chicken always, but it always like, it kind of mind F's you because you're like, oh, I'm going to eat healthy.
You think chicken. Everybody thinks chicken is healthy. It's not. And especially a breast of chicken without the skin. But this is.
Do they describe what makes it deluxe? I'm guessing there's a sauce.
I think there's lettuce and tomato.
Oh, okay. Well, that's where the carbs come from.
Starbucks, Rob.
Starbucks
Really?
and carbohydrates.
The venti whole milk hot chocolate with whipped cream.
Bought it for my daughter before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate is the way to go if you need to warm up in the winter.
Right.
But you won't. But you won't be near a bathroom in 30 minutes. Okay, stop the shtick, please. It's rich. It's delicious. It makes you feel like a kid again. It can also help you pack on some pounds for extra insulation. 690 calories.
In a drink.
It says grams of calories. Is that grams?
No,
is that,
no.
What is the
That's
wrong?
gotta be grams.
All right, 600.
No, calories are, that would be.
690 calories.
Right.
No.
40.4 grams of fat. 186 milligrams of sodium.
In hot chocolate?
74 carbs, 60 sugar.
You know
I
what
guess
I
they're
bet?
talking grams.
You know what I bet? I bet it's delicious.
You know, Rob and I have talked to before about the thing that makes a cookie delicious, for example, is the balance of sugar and salt in that recipe.
Right.
And Rob and I have talked about this important balance for years of the sweet and the savory together.
Well, you've been spooning in bed together.
Exactly.
Right.
Another cookie, Mr. Elston.
And brushing off the crumbs. But in this case, what's happened is the food industry keeps topping itself, adding more sugar, adding more salt, adding more sugar, adding more salt, until we get to these ridiculous levels.
As a matter of fact, Starbucks is really hot this fall or last fall. They were into salted caramel.
Right.
Where they
Yes.
take caramel and they crust it with sea salt.
I've had that.
I think it's delicious, but I think that might be part of the problem.
It's a dangerous game.
Number 8, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They call it KFC. I still call it Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's silly. When you say it, say the fried like that. KFC is now Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And Mike, to go back to what you said earlier, it's in a bucket.
You can eat. KFC's chicken pot pie.
Oh, I love chicken pot pie.
Who doesn't like chicken pot pie? Let's see here. I'm not going to give
What
you
could
the
possibly be wrong with the chicken pot pie?
How many calories?
790 calories, 45 grams of fat, 1,970 milligrams of sodium.
There it is.
So wrong.
66 carbs and 7 grams of sugar.
I always felt like chicken pot pie was kind of healthy for you.
It's comfort food.
It's gravy. It's pure fat.
They would
Yes.
serve it to you to school lunch and be like, "Today's chicken pot pie."
Oh, they just want you to be
It's
sleepy.
like it's a fat and salt lick. Number 7. Here we go. Taco Bell's Double XL. I thought that was only clothing that came in that. Taco Bell's Double XL grilled stuffed beef burrito. Now, see, they put grilled on there, and you suddenly think, oh, it's good.
Not so bad.
Ready for the deets on this?
I think when they put double XL on it, they know who they're selling to.
8.
That's my size.
One burrito. Now, listen, we know at Taco Bell, it might be XXL, but they don't look XXL.
No.
I know.
880 calories.
In one burrito.
42 grams of fat. 2,080 milligrams of sodium.
Oh, my.
And that's Mexican sodium.
95 carbs and 6 grams of sugar.
You know what? This
Am I
burrito,
saying the carb thing? It's not grams of carbs.
it's just
No,
carbs.
it's just
It's
carbs.
95 carbs.
You know what, Mike? I think this burrito is too sweet. Hold the sugar.
Now, here's one that's very close to the Mike O'Mara studios.
Oh, good.
Just down the street, if you will, or you may not.
I will.
Number 6 is Dunkin' Donuts large frozen caramel coffee. You talked about caramel.
Seen that?
You see, is that what Mark is drinking this morning?
No, mine's coconut.
Oh, I didn't give it the full name. With cream.
Again, the shocker here is going to be the salt.
Okay, here we go. 1,050 calories. It's a beverage.
It's insane.
What?
1,050 calories, 52 grams of fat, 260 milligrams of sodium, so not as much as you might have thought.
not as much.
But still, I don't put a packet of salt in my coffee.
143 carbs and 130 grams of sugar.
That doesn't seem appropriate.
I wonder how many packets of sugar that would be, just out of curiosity.
Do you know how big those cups are? They're not that big.
I know, they're not at all.
No.
It's scary. And it's like, the thing that's scary to me about that as a fat guy, that's a beverage too. So that's like, you're done.
You're done.
You know,
Oh, and
straight.
also, you're buying it with donuts.
Let me blast through these.
Okay.
Number 5 is Wendy's 3/4 pound triple burger. Now even as a man of larger character, a triple burger, I don't think I've ever tackled a triple burger.
No.
I don't think I've ever
I
done
might
that.
have.
Good, Rob.
Or did it tackle you?
1,060 calories, 67 grams of fat, 2,020 milligrams of sodium, 42 carbs, 10 grams of sugar. Thanks for keeping the sugar out of that.
Yeah.
How do you put sugar in a burger?
I think
Where the hell does the sugar come from
The
in
sauce?
a burger?
They do it for flavor.
Probably the sauce.
or the bun.
Oh, here we
Or the
go.
meat.
You know, you see Jared and all that Subway healthy. Number 4
He's
is
a stain.
Subway's chicken and bacon ranch melt.
Mm-hmm.
1,104 chicken and bacon ranch melt.
Has anybody seen Jared lately? I'm just asking.
And I'll do anything for food.
chicken and bacon ranch melt.
I think melt might be a danger word for all food.
Well,
You see melt? It's
yeah,
good.
that's trouble.
Bacon melt.
1,140 calories, 56 grams of fat, 2,160 milligrams of sodium.
There it is.
94 carbs, 16 grams of sugar. There's the sugar again.
Sugar.
Number 3, as we get down to the big 3 here. Here we go, Mickey D's.
Yeah,
Finally.
finally.
McDonald's Big Breakfast with hotcakes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not kidding you. I would think that that's kind of straight ahead.
Yeah.
Just bacon and eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
McDonald's Big Breakfast with hotcakes, large biscuit.
Oh, yum.
The Big Mac gets the bad rap, but it's pales in comparison to the Big Breakfast.
Yeah.
Much like pot pie, it's
all starch.
It's the hotcakes do it,
And the biscuit.
and some sausage and eggs.
You've been
the
crusading
syrup.
against pancakes for years.
Pancakes make me feel worse than any food
Like
stuff
lead.
on the planet.
Yeah.
They're like lead.
Let me see. That's 1,150 calories, 60 grams of fat,
Right.
2,260 milligrams of sodium. You're absolutely right. It's the sodium in these things that they never. It's the silent killer. That's
Exactly.
what they called it back in the 70s.
Silent and invisible.
But that's scary. That's
Invisible,
very scary. 116 carbs and 17 grams of sugar. Number 2, it's another breakfast, this time from BK.
Oh, delicious.
The 2 is the BK Ultimate Breakfast Platter.
It's ultimate, Mike. Is it a melt?
Meaning last.
I'm looking at the breakfast anyway.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the people that get this in their car.
Yeah, you have to eat it in your car with a knife and fork.
And a bib.
You're just driving along. All right, let me see. The Big Mac, all right, let me see. The BK Ultimate Breakfast Platter is 1,450 calories.
Oh.
84 grams of fat. 2,920 milligrams of sodium.
Nearly 3,000.
But it's almost okay because it's your breakfast meal. You can work that off all day.
But then, you know what? I bet people are chugging through this and have no idea. They just thinking, hey, it's the most important meal of the day.
The last time I had a BK Ultimate Breakfast Platter, I said, I have got to get to Dunkin' Donuts for a cup of coffee.
124 carbs, 41 grams of sugar. Jeez.
Wow.
And are you'll never, not in a million years.
Number one?
Will you guess the number one?
Oh, God.
Was it served at O'Mara's?
No, it was not.
Is it a breakfast
But
food?
I'll tell you, it's something that...
Breakfast or lunch?
Why I'm a fat guy? Neither.
Oh, it's a dessert.
You bet your ass it is.
What is it?
It is the Sonic Large Oreo Sonic Blast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sounds delicious.
At a place with roller skating car hops serving foot-long coney dogs, the last thing expected was that something named after a game for the Sega Game Gear would be the top prize. Here it is. 1,780 calories, 93 grams of fat.
Yummy.
1,270 grams of sodium. So they get the massive amount of sodium even though it's a dessert product.
Right, it's in the cookies, I bet.
To balance.
210 carbs. And are you ready for the grams of sugar?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
177 grams of sugar. Wow. Sonic, baby.
I'll have two.
That's right.
All I know is after I ate it, energy surged throughout my body.
All right, we got to start the show, but I think it's time for me to go to the bathroom, everybody.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
Trying to sweep the poor little widow under the carpet? Well, think again. I'm on the board of directors of this lousy company.
Well, we assumed that with your husband gone, you would no longer want to be on the board.
Al and I helped build Pepsi to what it is today. I intend to stay with it. You drove Al Steele to his grave, and now you're trying to stab me in the back? Forget it! I fought worse monsters than you for years in Hollywood. I know how to win the hard way.
Miss Crawford, we don't want any hard feelings.
You don't know what hard feelings are until I come out publicly against your product, and you'll see how much you sell.
Please, Miss Crawford. It's hardly necessary to make threats you surely don't mean.
Don't with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo. You forget the press I delivered to Pepsi was my power. I can use it any way I want. It's a sword. Cuts both ways.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Speedwagon, Oscar Santana. And now, from his couch, here's Mike.
And then she went home and abused her daughter.
Yeah, you know what? Al Steele was a dick. I hate Pepsi.
No, Al Steele was a rube.
Yeah, he got played.
He got played by Jones. She drove him to an early grave.
Remember that apartment that she was trying to tear down that wall?
They had a marathon.
Yeah, that's why I played it.
They had a marathon of Mommy Dear Son. What channel?
I think it was the
TCM? Was it TCM?
No, it was the Independent Film Channel.
Yeah, Independent Film Channel had a marathon of Mommy Dears for Mother's Day. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I apologize.
Alfred Steele on the phone, Mike.
Right, absolutely. Let me see here. Our show today is brought to you by Vistaprint.com/TMOS, but we didn't mention that we're live from the Piperplex Broadcast Center. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, downloaded worldwide 18 million times, powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9 FM WTNT in Washington, D.C., and the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. Today is Monday, May 13, 2013, and here's something we got from Vistaprint. I was getting bored with the drab case, and after Drab Case, doesn't he produce the Junkie Show?
No, that's Drab T-shirt.
Sorry about that.
It would make a great phone case, though.
I was getting bored with Drab Case, and after my success with business cards via Vistaprint, I followed up with my very own San Francisco Giant themed case.
Hey, that's
nice.
Very nice.
Strong.
Hey.
Yeah.
This comes to us from Joel Rosenbaum. from Hercules, California.
I always have been a fan of the Giants.
This is wonderful. So, I wish I should have read the name first.
No, I think it's fine.
So, just for my own curiosity, I checked for official Giants covers and saw that they were priced at $30 or more.
Of course.
Off to Vistaprint I went, and there you have it. My very own reasonably priced iPhone case.
There you have it.
Plus, I got to help out the best podcast in the world. Keep bringing the funny from Joel Rosenbaum from Hercules, California.
Thank you, Joel.
Yeah, it's
Thank
awesome.
you very much.
All iPhone cases, 50% off for TMOS listeners, and if your order tops $30,
Too expensive for him,
the
Mike.
shipping is free. Satisfaction is always guaranteed. Just go to Vistaprint.com/TMOS. Wow. Weekend. Just, I mean, so much going on. Hard to keep track of. I don't know where to begin.
Busy.
I told Rob before the show, I said, usually.
And I love you too.
When we come in here, we normally have what our Monday show is normally all about what happened on the weekend. And
Right.
there was no lack of activity for any of us this weekend, but I have to start, and I hope you guys share this with me. I see a commercial over the
You've
weekend.
been tight-lipped. You won't tell us.
Watching this, I still don't know whether this is legitimate or not. I might defer to Mr. Internet over here.
Okay.
Mr. knows everything about the web. I'm watching the hockey game, not the Caps game. It was another game. I forgot which one it was, one of the playoff games. And the NBC affiliate, the NBC Sports Channel, whatever the hell it is, it's all Comcast and NBC, and they all run together. I can't even keep track.
They do
of
all
them.
run together.
So a commercial comes on, and I watch it, and I see it. I'm half watching. I said, was that legitimate? And I said, let me rewind it again.
Okay, the fact that you rewound to watch a commercial mean they've got both hooks in you.
Not that I rewound because the commercial was very compelling.
They just wanted you to pay.
The product was very compelling.
You couldn't believe
Was
what
the
you had
Ad
seen.
Lounger?
This is a website, and I believe it's correct. The website is called, I don't know if you've seen the commercial, FarmersOnly.com.
I've seen this commercial.
I could not believe it.
I have seen
This
it.
is a dating site for farmers.
I have not seen
And
this.
that's, I'm surprised, Mike. I'm surprised.
It's about time.
I'm surprised you've seen this on the hockey, because you know where I see it on a fairly regular basis?
Where?
After I have a couple drinks. Did you know that the RFD channel on Sunday night
Oh, my God, you watch everything.
Yes, he does.
runs Hee Haw?
Oh,
And
my
they
God.
do,
Well, there you go.
and they're all over Hee Haw. It's Farmers Only.
So
FarmersOnly.com.
So their tagline or their advertising, like their slug line.
I saw it. It's like, it feels like, it's like, hey, would you like to be buried under in a well?
Yeah, no, but their slug line is city folks just don't get it.
That's right.
Jesus.
And here's the thing. They got 3 guys, 2 of whom are schlubs like me, but they're schlubs that look like perhaps Cousin Billy.
Oh, very closely
did it
related
with
yeah.
Cousin Effie.
Inbreeding,
And the fact that, and they're sitting there going, they're telling fish stories.
Yeah.
And it was a fish this big, and then they go,
I thought you meant something else by fish stories.
and then the guy's looking and goes, she sure is pretty.
Oh,
and I'm like,
God.
oh my God.
City folk don't get it.
What are they doing?
Was
what
it a
are they
catfish?
doing? What's that?
Was it a catfish?
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, see,
Making a
catfishing.
joke.
I get that.
But you know
scam.
what I think, Mike?
I know the internet.
There
When
are so
they
many
say
dating sites.
when they say that city folks just don't understand, this is some city guy that made this up
sure.
to cater to these people, and what they don't realize is they're being made fun of.
It's real.
They must be taught this.
Yeah, but if
The
you,
Haney dating service.
if you think about
Window
it,
shade.
there are dating sites for older generations.
Meet thousands of down-to-earth country folks today.
Yeah. That's right.
I just, this is, to me, this is where I believe my departure from modern technology really begins in earnest, where I'm just going, I can't. It's just
Well, you don't want to
stunning.
keep up
They're
with all
doing
of it,
niche dating now for farmers.
There's J-Date.
Yes,
That's for,
there's Christian singles.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
I've seen that one. So, I mean, now it's just farmers.
I mean, you're really drilling down at that point.
You would think you would go to, you'd go to the local church social.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Becky Sue? I was wondering if there's a chance you take out.
But no, now you're online. But there was an undercurrent from the commercial.
Right.
that was disturbing to me.
Church socials
she
are
sure
such
am pretty.
Church socials are such meat markets, you know. And so, as a farmer, you're looking to spread your seed, and you need the Farmers Only dating service.
Do you think it has
I was stunned.
Do you think it's because the farmers are so almost stuck onto their farm? They can't go out and do the club scene.
That certainly would be the logical approach. You know, you're just out there. You're working from sun up to sundown.
Right,
you don't have time to get out there, so let's bring her in. Wheel her in, boys.
Your big air-conditioned green tractor.
Wheel her in.
No, but don't you think it's set up by some city slicker?
Right.
Yeah, and it's just these rubes will do anything.
Yeah, you know they're
advertising on TV.
It's a hell of a disclaimer down at the bottom of the page.
They had to wait until the farmers got computers, and then it begins. Yeah.
That's interesting, though.
I've been out in the corn all day long. I sure am pretty.
I would like to say one thing, though, because after I got done with the shock and I realized it was a legitimate website
and got your application in,
I'd really like to send out a message to he's a fan, he's a colleague, he's a friend. We've known it. Tommy Lang, I think there's hope for you. I think they're
still single.
I think there is. Is Tommy single?
He has a girlfriend.
Oh well, then Tommy's not out.
But you know what?
How about Billy Suter?
I think Billy Suter is a bachelor.
He's a
really.
Would this not be Billy Suter?
He could get out there and get it done.
And Tommy's mom and dad are still with us. We've met both of them.
Oh yes, of course.
So yeah,
how dare you?
Well, I mean, you know,
and in fine
if it was
fettle.
the widow Lang, you know,
no, not the widow Lang.
Yeah, you would you would want him to the widower. I'm sorry, no.
But you know, but Steve can't last forever. So Jan, write this number down.
I think
She's on J-Day.
For our friends, you know what? I bet in listening to our voices now out of KCJJ out in Iowa, I would venture to say those people would probably offer some insight into FarmersOnly.com.
Sure.
But it lends itself to anything now. I mean, now you can do people from Minnesota, New Englanders, Boston Red Sox.
Everybody, Mike, everybody needs to bone.
I'm watching the final season of the Big C, and there's even, apparently, this is based on reality, websites for people who've lost their partners, you know,
I saw
become
that.
widows.
Oh, incidentally, that show.
Still on?
The Big C, the Hereafter.
Yes,
I hate it.
Really?
I hate it. It makes
we
me,
loved it when it first came out.
It makes me so. I mean, well,
It's
obviously, it's about the big casino.
It's a grim topic.
But it's just, but also, you know, it's just every frame, every minute, every waking hour. It's the acting Laura Linney, and now I'm going to try. Oh God, enough! Please.
But you keep tuning in, and I know why.
And Oliver Platt completely misused in this vehicle.
Oh, of course,
just really thrown away. You know, because she's got to be.
Well, he can't get by in his looks forever.
You know, I don't think that the producers of the Big C would be happy with the with my response to that show.
Really?
Because really, I know they're going for the sensitivity and really groundbreaking. And
right.
You know,
you get cranky when you watch
what
it?
they're getting from me is like, get it over with already.
You want them to die?
Where's the funny?
Let's
How
not
long
go
ago-
that far.
But
Thanks
how long
for putting
ago-
that in there, Oscar. I was trying to be subtle about it.
But how
I
long
just wanna
ago did
clarify.
Laura Linney get 6 months? That's what I want to know. And didn't
I
she
know.
die at the end of season 2?
I thought so.
No,
And her quirky, weird brother. It's just
You've hated him from day one.
Just a BS character.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like that show. But it seems to me if there's FarmersOnly.com, there are going to be more of these.
Yes,
that are going to pop up.
Specialty dating sites.
Yeah, like is there Latin American?
You know what? I'm sure there is, but I know there's Black Planet, but I don't know if that's an actual dating website. It might be more like MySpace for African Americans.
Black Planet?
Yes.
It sounds very scary.
You should go on there.
I have
to
been.
you.
Set up a profile.
Hi, buddy.
What a weekend! What a weekend! What a weekend! I don't even know where to begin, but there was a lot of motorcycle riding.
Let's talk about your involvement in a great charity, another great charity.
We had 2 this weekend.
Right.
You know, there was a fundraiser for Officer Sean Hickman, who was run down by a motorist and suffered tremendous injuries. This gentleman was run down. Jerky was in here talking about it the other day,
right.
And the big controversy was in Death City, D.C., the fact that 20 minutes to get to an ambulance, and there were ambulances within 3 miles of this guy.
That's
and
a whole nother problem.
Oh, really? Absolutely incompetent. Incidentally, to Chief Lanier of the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, thanks for supporting the memorial ride, the law ride yesterday, which she didn't.
Really?
Well, she wasn't there, and I just a lot of people were squawking about that to me.
Guess so.
I don't know. I don't have my facts straight, so I could be wrong, but I think they could have used a little more props from that. It was a very, very big weekend for that. There was a police benefit ride on Saturday. I was the guest auctioneer, and so I rode out there. But it's Friday is how my evening began.
Ooh.
And it was God and Country and Police all weekend.
Continued into this
Americana.
Right.
Friday night, I had the pleasure of attending the drill parade at Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C. with Colonel Michael Colburn and his wonderful wife, Nancy. And we went down there.
He is the maestro, the director.
He's the director of the Marine Band, the President's Own, and a good friend of mine, and really just a spectacular event to see. You know, the one thought I had when I was watching these precision musicians and the drill team and all the Marines from the barracks down there, the one thought I had during the entire time was, man, oh man, all you have to do is just like fly those guys into a country that might be thinking about pissing us off.
Yeah.
And just let them get off. Okay, guys, go right over there and do that little thing you do. Yeah, go ahead. All right, yeah, they're done now. Still want to F with us?
Yeah, go be precise.
Just the discipline and, and the quality of these Marines and these young guys, it just, it can't make you, I want to say this delicately,
sure,
but I feel like my penis shrinks every time I go into an environment.
You
like
feel
that.
No delicate way
There's
to put
this.
that.
There's the sergeant major who is the senior sergeant at the base who's there, and this guy is just is so impressive in stature, in the way he carries himself, and just amazing. And as we're sitting there, they're giving a little spiel. One of the guys that was in the drum and bugle corps is giving a little spiel, and I'm sitting next to the main guy, and he's getting all nervous. He said, "I'm nervous here because our commanding officer is there," and here I am sitting next to him, and I'm like,
No, you're nervous because of me.
At that point, did you say, "Hey, I understand. I'm a disc jockey.
I'm about as far away from this world as a human being can be."
Recognize you.
Thank you all very much. So it was terrific and wonderful. We got it in right before the rain, and then I had the pleasure of going home where I had radio silence about our beloved Washington Capitals. The Capitals will weave themselves in throughout the narrative here.
It's a running theme in today's show.
I have the DVR set with the 30-minute extension.
Good.
And blissfully, nobody talks about the game, so I don't get anybody ratting it out. We didn't get home till about 11:30 at night. And when we got home, I'd had total radio silence. And I turn the game on, and I'll be able to watch the game as though time has stood still.
It's new to you, and you can skip the commercials.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's freedom. And I'm sitting there, and it's 1 period tied, 2 periods tied, 3 period, end of regular season tied, going to overtime. I look, and I go, and so I fast forward through the last commercial break, and I see I have 1 minute left in my DVR.
Because you only extended by 30 minutes.
I've been waiting to share this with you guys because this is how at like 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning early in my living room, this is how I was sitting there. I was sitting there like this.
Blank stare.
For anyone that's ever TiVo'd a game that they really, they do ads on it. They do commercials about it all the time. Right. Don't tell me what the score is. And I aced it. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Because the other night, the same thing. I had another function where I had to record it again, and some guy goes 0-0 after 1 period. Thought I'd ruin the whole thing for you. and so. It was just the weirdest feeling. It was this empty feeling because then I find out they won,
right?
And I didn't get that joy. Certainly saw the game they lost.
Yeah,
I did that.
Did you jump on Facebook hours later and say "Zang"?
I actually
saw what
it was just "Zang" with a question mark.
Let me tell you when my Zang
What
was.
time did you post?
Because I got crap about because I was so disappointed I didn't Zang anybody.
I saw your post. You apologized for being late with it.
Yeah, because people want the Zang.
That's
right.
They do.
They expect it.
They expect it. That's
People
right.
are getting superstitious. I believe the Zang came somewhere around 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
I actually skipped over to the NHL Network to see it, so I was able to see the goal. But it was just, I don't know. Sports are ridiculous. Sports are silly. They're stupid. But that was just.
What have I been telling you?
Yeah. Sports games.
That's right, Mike.
You know what? Really, both of you, all three of you, probably, you live longer because you don't have to go through this crap.
Less stress.
Game 7 tonight. Yeah, fun. No, it's silly. It's stupid. We'll take a break, come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment is brought to you by a wonderful business, one of my favorites, CB Lucas, AC and heating. Summer's almost here. Now, we're getting teased today with 55 to 60 degree temperatures, but let me tell you that within probably 3 or 4 days, suddenly the gates of hell are going to open. It's going to be 150 degrees for the rest of the summer with maximum humidity.
Right.
This is the time you want to make sure your home will be cool when the temps get hot. Whether your system needs just a tune-up, which CB Lucas does, or replacement, which they also do, CB Lucas is your best choice. I know this personally. They've worked for me, and they are fantastic, and they don't forget you after they install something for you.
Don't forget.
To keep your home cool all summer long, go to CB Lucas. No sales gimmicks, just quality service and installation. They also have special 0% financing for 48 months on qualifying train systems for TMOS listeners in the Northern Virginia area. For all your AC heating and plumbing needs, call 855-CB-LUCAS or click their ad on our website. Well, the weekend continues. I know Rob had a wonderful time, and we will get to that in a second.
Excellent.
I wanted to, did everybody enjoy their Mother's Day?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Do what
Really
they said
great.
they were going to do?
Sure.
Let me see. Mother's Day. I rode. There was another event on Saturday that I attended, which was the benefit for Officer Hickman, where I was the guest auctioneer.
Right.
And
How'd that go? I know you love that gig.
the auctions are auctions. As long as they're successful, I accept them.
Good.
It's not the cherry gig. You're not treated with a great deal of love, but that's the way it goes.
Let me ask you this. You've been to more formal affairs. You've been to less formal affairs to be an auctioneer. Which is more comfortable?
You know,
or does it make any difference at all?
The bottom line, the best is where there are an S-load of people that want to bid.
Right.
Otherwise, forget about it. This was fine. This got it done.
All right.
We raised a lot of money for Officer Hickman, so that's it.
It sounded like this.
Down here now, 10 and now, 25 and now, 35 and now, 50 now, 60, will they give me 60 now, 75, 75, another $85 on the bottom there.
Perfect.
It was great.
Just
then-
like that.
It was like music.
I got done.
And then he went on the farm site and got a date.
FarmersOnly.com. We should get them as an
Of course.
advertiser.
My mind is already spinning here.
I'd give them a healthy discount just to get them on the show. Anyway,
How much for that cattle?
I had to make the conscious decision because there was a very dicey forecast here in Washington, D.C. on Saturday.
Yes.
But, I'm going down with the Renegade Pigs. And if I don't ride down there,
You're a wuss.
Mr. Ned.
Right.
You didn't consider showing up in a rented Malibu?
No. Oscar will tell you more about the people. You know those guys.
Yeah. It's a different brand of human being.
You ride.
It am.
You ride because if you don't ride, they go, oh, you took your car? Oh, that's great, Nancy. You took your car down here. So I rode down, and it was okay. Got down there, no problem at all. And I'm looking outside periodically, and I'm watching
The clouds gather.
And it was
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature couldn't avoid it. On the way back, probably 6 o'clock, 6:30. I don't remember when it was. I wasn't able to look at my watch. The rain, the floodgates, the soaking rains.
Rain like hell.
All I know is that the rain fell out of the sky.
Oh my God!
Horrible.
And you had that white blouse on.
Beautiful white blouse.
I had my sundress.
It became see-through.
I had my girlish sundress. I think the call to
Not
Carla
safe.
when I found a gas station with a cover. I think the call to Carla was something like, "Hello, Carla. Carla, please bring something for dinner. I'm cold.
This is Pablo.
I'm at the bottom of the pool. I'm cold. I'm really cold.
And you don't have like a poncho you throw on. Do you?
I was an idiot biker. I had nothing. I got this
beautiful poncho.
I got this new, basically RV on two wheels with 16 different saddlebags to. There's nothing in them.
Really?
There's nothing. I've got my registration and my driver's license. That's about it. And like 700 pairs of sunglasses.
Traveling
Otherwise, I'm out. I didn't even bring a jacket.
I believe
no.
that.
I didn't even bring a jacket. I got bitching sunglasses.
I know, but you got them
I
everywhere.
got sunglasses like from every all different colors.
I know, and you leave a trail. And you can never be lost.
I got the yellow ones. I got the orange ones. I got the clear ones.
Were the ones with the wipers in there at least?
No. I did. I was trying to do what Alex Ovechkin does in the hockey game when he rubs his face mask.
Right.
And I'm trying to do this as I'm driving along.
Yeah.
But I finally made it home, and hallelujah. And then there was another one on. There was the law ride.
Yes.
On Sunday. I swear to God, this was a busy weekend.
Look at you.
A very busy weekend.
Not
Look
involved.
at you.
No, look
do
at
that.
you.
Serious note, if I can, for everybody. Everybody, remember we had that discussion, and then I got into it with that guy on Facebook about the 12-year-old that was giving the cop crap about parking his motorcycle on the sidewalk, going in for coffee.
Right.
I'd love to take that 12-year-old down to the memorial that I got a chance to see.
He should go.
The
He
law
should go.
enforcement memorial. We had the law ride yesterday for fallen survivors of fallen officers. And, when you go down there and you not only see the thousands of names that are on these walls down there, but you see each individual and you see the families that are there for this weekend. They're putting the new names on the wall this weekend. And you see children, which I did. Yeah. You see young wives that are down there that have lost, and they're scraping the names. And it was, I remember the first time I saw the Vietnam Memorial, I reacted the same way. Yeah. Overwhelmingly emotional, and that's and I count these people. I want to thank Officer Meg as my good friends, and Jerky and people that are on the job, and I make a lot of fun of them, and I have lots of fun poking fun at them. But at the end of the day, I really do believe with all my heart and soul, these are the first responders. These are the people that put it on the line. You can see there's a video that I saw this weekend of a routine traffic stop, and the guy gets out of the car with an assault weapon, and just opens up on it, and you never know. You never know when you're in law enforcement and you do that every day how your day is going to end. You never know. So that's why
every stop has that potential.
I have the mad respect for these people, and it was such an honor to be part of that this amazing law ride yesterday morning.
So many people in the D.C. area are unaware of the things that our city has to offer. Where is the memorial located?
Oh, you know what? I followed the police escort that was down there, and it was, when you do that, Rob, unfortunately, I can go to the website.
Okay.
And maybe we should put a link for that.
I would like that
website so I can tell people exactly where it is. Ask anybody in downtown D.C. where the law enforcement memorial. It's down near Capitol Hill.
Okay.
It's at 901 East Street Northwest, and that's in Washington D.C.
Middle of Washington D.C.
Thank you, Mark.
And really just an amazing experience to be down there. So I want to thank Officer Meg and everybody else. It was really just special just to be there. To be there with the people that were there. It means a lot to these people, and I hope everybody gives them respect.
Very close-knit community.
That's great that you went out
now,
there.
speaking of the law, let's get right to it. Because our boy Oscar, there were two benefits for law enforcement for the same guy, Sean Hickman, Officer Hickman, and he was there at the one I was in attendance of Saturday. There was another one downtown D.C. on Sunday
at the Rhino Bar, George.
And I had forgotten completely that Oscar Santana informed me that he was going to represent TMOS and go down there. And until I got my text, I'm sharing these.
Oh no!
This is so funny.
Private.
This is so funny.
While you're looking it up, I'm really curious about Oscar's experience, because Oscar and I on the show, probably because of the color of our skin, Oscar and I get into more scrapes with the law than anybody else on the show.
That's true.
And so now that Oscar went voluntarily to this wonderful event and mixed with what did you describe these as an interesting?
I just said they're their own brand of human being.
And when Buzz says their color of skin, that's because Oscar's Latin and because of Buzz's frequent chemical peels.
That's right.
I am laughing at Oscar's text. I swear to God, this is the first one I get. Yesterday, 8:34 p.m.
This is going to be taken out of context.
No, it's fine.
No, it's too funny, Oscar. I'm sorry. I have to share this. I'm at the benefit. I imagine you couldn't find more white people at a Klan meeting.
Wow. I think
now, there are
nice.
plenty of African-American officers down there also. Stop it. That's not right.
Strictly a metaphor.
I write, ha, 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 drunken law. You feel safe? He said, no. I look too different from the rest of the crew. And this is the best part. Okay, now when you go down there, it's a uniform. Right. It's jeans. It's a leather vest with all your colors on it, and you're representing whether it's the Iron Pigs.
Is there a shirt under the vest?
It's a shirt under the vest. Sometimes. It's motorcycle boots. It's motorcycle. Oscar says, no, I look too different from the rest of the crew. I'm wearing running shorts and a running jacket. I ran down here.
Oscar.
You jerk.
Johnny Metro Sex Douche walks in with his running jacket and his
buddy, you're asking for it.
Sweaty.
When you do that. Yeah.
I said, oh my God, you're making me laugh. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, which I am right now. I said, say hi to the Renegade Pigs.
Oh, God. You know what, Oscar? You do not disappoint. And you're running shorts.
Oscar says, no problem. I'm just not going to make any sudden moves.
No, that's a good idea.
And hopefully I won't get rolled. Oh, God. He said, I would, but no one is talking to me.
Really? That bad?
I picture you. What was that like down there?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God, that was funny.
Well, I had this misconception that, and again, this is really my fault. I live a mile away from the bar, and I said, well, I haven't really exercised today. It's Mother's Day. I took my mom out to lunch in Olney.
Good.
So I'm going to go for a run. I will run down there. It's a mile away, and then I had money that I put in my jacket, so because I wanted to donate, I want to be part of the benefit.
Get this shot of Oscar's outfit.
I decide to walk in, and as soon as I walked in, I realized I'd made a mistake because
his outfit is blue, little
tiny shoes.
As soon as I got my bracelet to be part of this event, everybody looked at me like I walked into the wrong party. Now, they were thankful for me to be there, and the end of the night was amazing. But again, as I said to Mike on the text, I had bright orange and blue sneakers on.
We'll wrap this up and play a new segment on the program coming back when we join you with the Mike O'Mara Show. Coming up.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We are debuting something on the show that I've never done before. It is one-on-one. This is where I get a chance to do what I love to do, and that's interview people that I'm a huge fan of. And I'm no bigger fan of anybody than this next lady because she is on the cooking channel. And I noticed this person a long time ago, and it's like nothing else on television. It's a combination of wonderful, wonderful cooking, a woman who the camera adores, and somebody who has, I think, a background in comedy. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment is brought to you by RC Kitchens. Your kitchen may be the most important room in your home. Now you can have the hand-built, all-wood, top-quality cabinets for about the same price as the mass-produced brands. Contact our good friend Rory Callahan at RC Kitchens. You get Mercedes quality at...
I know.
Real low-end Hyundai prices.
I was going to say running short prices.
Estimates from RC Kitchens are guaranteed accurate, and the timetable is always honest and realistic. And RC Kitchens, Rory's a great guy and made a donation for HHA last week, which we really appreciate. They can do a lot in one day, including storage for books and toys, home offices, built-ins for your TV, entryway, storage, even mudrooms. From D.C. to Delmarva, RC Kitchens takes the frustration out of remodeling. Even outside the D.C. area, RC Kitchens might still be able to help you do what more and more TMOS listeners are doing. Contact Rory Callahan. Do it today. He's a great guy, and he is a straight shooter. He will give you what you need, and he will let you know when it's going to get done. 301-537-3515 or at rckitchens.com, and we thank you for supporting RC Kitchens. There's a new segment we're going to do. It's called One-on-One. It can be me, it can be Oscar, it can be Buzz, it can be Rob. It doesn't matter, but one-on-one is when one of us individually has somebody we want to talk to, right? And we want to put it on the show, and it's a one-on-one interview. Our debut of this is a chance I got to do a great interview with Nadia G. She's a wonderful performer on Cooking Channel.
And Mike, I'll be the first to say it. Not bad to look at.
Jesus, she's easy on the eye.
Yeah.
And she's kind of a punk rocker, and she's very edgy. She hates hipsters, and she's fun to talk to, and she's a great cook. But, yeah, at the heart of it, she's kind of a POA. Yeah. Now, what you're going to hear is welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, because I taped this, and I thought we were going right into that segment. So for those of you that are listening on the stream of the podcast, we kind of had a little glitch there, and we started again. But I recorded this on Friday, and you're hearing it now. And a great conversation, so check out my conversation with Nadia G from Bitchin' Kitchen, everybody.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We are debuting something on the show that I've never done before. It is one-on-one. This is where I get a chance to do what I love to do, and that's interview people that I'm a huge fan of. And I'm no bigger fan of anybody than this next lady, because she is on the cooking channel. And I noticed this person a long time ago, and it's like nothing else on television. It's a combination of wonderful, wonderful cooking, a woman who the camera adores, and somebody who has, I think, a background in comedy. We'll find out more about that. She's Nadia G. The show is Bitchin' Kitchen, and she joins me right now on One-on-One on the Mike O'Mara Show. Nadia, it is a pleasure to have you here. How are you?
Woo, what an introduction. I wish I could wake up to that every day. I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, since you said it that way, my God, wake up to that every day. I will do my very best as a 53-year-old man not to. My greatest fear in this this interview, Nadia, was not to come across as a dirty old man at 53.
Yeah, well, you're so far so good.
Good. I will try to be as respectful as I possibly can. I love the cooking channel, and the main reason I love the show, I think you're the best thing on it. It's like no other cooking show on television. And for those of you that have not checked out Nadia G's Bitchin' Kitchen, what are the regular times that it runs on the cooking channel? Because I know they jump around a little bit on those shows.
Yeah, well, you can catch Nadia G's Bitchin' Kitchen on Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. And you're also online too, right? You've got a presence online as well.
Correct. We've got Twitter at Bitchin' Kitchen, Facebook /Bitchin' Kitchen. You just Google Bitchin' Kitchen and you'll find us.
And you're Canadian, right?
I am Canadian. I'm from Montreal.
I love Canadians.
So that's in Quebec. It's like French Canada. And,
hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, do you have a little cranial cramp there? I wasn't sure what was going on. I was waiting. I was being a polite interview here.
My alarm just went off for this interview, in fact.
Oh, yeah. We're doing it early. I don't know what it is. The first time I think the first time I saw the show, I was taken aback by the fact that it was so wonderfully edgy, because you deal with things like hangovers and relationships, stuff you would not see on a standard cooking show. Your comedy informs the whole idea of the cooking show, right? I mean, did it start with comedy, or did it start with food? How'd the whole thing start?
Well, it's a nice mix. I started doing sketch comedy and comedy songs in early 2000. And I did a bunch of different stuff. I had a song called "I'm Never Drinking Like That Again."
I forgot she drinks also. She drinks. I forgot that.
One sketch called "Easy Break," which was stick-on herpes sores that make breaking up more simplex. Now,
bada bing.
Needless to say, there wasn't much money in making those sketches.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying hard, and I was getting a little discouraged, and doing what most people do when they're down and depressed. They watch a shit ton of Food Network.
Right, absolutely.
So I said to myself, wouldn't it be awesome to take the comedy and mix it with the food? I grew up in a food-obsessed Italian family, so I've always loved to cook, but I never really considered it a career. I considered it just a necessity. And then it just hit me. I'm like, yes, man, mix the comedy in with the food, and there we have Bitchin' Kitchen.
And I think, I know it sounds like I'm blowing smoke during this entire interview, but I think the thing that the final tip-in for Bitchin' Kitchen when I watched it the first couple of times is that the food absolutely rocks. You put the food out. I mean, it's not always the healthiest food in the world, but I mean, as a fat guy, Jesus Christ, you make this food, and it's awesome. And really, for any cooking show, I think no matter whether it's comedy or whatever, when you throw in the fact that at the end of the day, people are actually going to pay attention to the recipes, which I know they do on your show, that makes it a special program.
Oh, totally. The one thing that Bitchin' Kitchen did for lifestyle entertainment is we actually made it entertaining.
Right, absolutely.
So, what's cool about it is that the recipes are 100% solid. I mean, anything from gnocchi poutine to my grandmother's penne al forno. Like, I'm not a classically trained chef, but let me tell you, some of these home recipes, the ones from my family, I'd pit any woman in my family against the 3-star Michelin. So you don't need to be a professional chef to cook up a great meal. And that's the cool thing about Bitchin' Kitchen is that, you kind of learn learn how to cook without feeling like you're learning how to cook. You're actually having a good time. We hear from so many people, this is the only cooking show my husband would ever watch. Teenagers are into this show, and that's because we're making it fun. And then, you're in your kitchen and you're like, oh yeah, well, maybe I should saute the garlic a little longer to get that nice golden color. And you just kind of remember these things, from the back of your mind as you were, laughing your ass off watching Bitchin' Kitchen.
And there's a, the whole bad girl image is, on your bio. They talk about that. When you watch the show, that comes across, but it comes across in a comedic way. You use the terms. I watch the show. I'm not 5 inches from the television, but I know you say things like schiavara or whatever the hell it is. The names you have. What is that from your Italian heritage? Those words you use that I don't know what they mean, but I love it when you use them. Where's that all come from?
Totally. So yeah, this is Italian slang, and you have words like schiaff. So schiaff in Italian means slap, and you use it in the same way that you do in English. You could say, hurry up and slap some pasta on that plate, or if you don't put the pasta on the plate right now, I'm going to give you a couple of schiaff.
I like that. I dig that. And how many seasons have you done Bitchin' Kitchen?
3 seasons of Bitchin' Kitchen, and we did some early stuff online, because we started online. We started as an online comedy cooking show.
And you respect the world of us, even us former broadcasters that were at the very top of their careers and now exist in their own living room. I appreciate that, Nadia. So that's the reason saying thank you for coming on the show. We like that. Now, you do this show, and it's the bad girl image, and I also know you have to be aware of the fact that there is a tremendous sex appeal to your show. You're out there. You've got guys that are 5 inches away from the television. You even had win a dinner date with Nadia, which was probably the funniest single moment on your show. The awkward dinner you had with that guy made me laugh. You get it. You get that joke. And do you get a lot of twisted fan mail?
Oh, yeah. I get twisted fan mail, absolutely. A lot of the marriage proposals. So I just tell these guys, I'm like, listen, just send 2 carrots to P.O. Box 901. Other weird things that fans have done. I actually signed a pair of panties.
Oh my God! Well, hey, in the life, there's that group of people too. We love them. We love the lesbians on this show. Absolutely.
Totally. And, we've had fans get tattoos of the Bitchin' Kitchen logo.
And you got a lot of ink yourself. For people that don't know, you've got a lot of ink on you. One on your arm, you've got am I starting Mark? Am I starting to sound like a stalker?
No, you sound okay right now. I was actually going to ask her to repeat that mailing address so I could go ahead and send that ring to her.
That's awesome. It really is. You've got the hungry, you've got a lot of ink, but not too much ink, but when did you start getting tattoos?
Wow, man. I'm from Montreal, where the legal age is just a suggestion. So I probably got my first tattoo when I was 15 on my wrist. I have about 11 tattoos right now, and you can separate them into 2 genres. You've got the young and inebriated collection, which happens to include, like, some lizard. I have a tramp stamp, of course, from the 90s.
But you know what? I know there's a lot of my audience right now that just enjoyed that little detail, which I just give you a ding for that one. That's it. I'm trying so goddamn hard not to be a dirty old man.
You're
with this
doing
woman.
Great, Mike.
I really am. But I'm such.
Kind of.
I'm borderline stalker.
The new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
The new tattoos with the hungry. I've got the band around my right forearm, which I designed myself. All the tattoos that I designed myself, I enjoy.
Well, let's talk. Let's talk specifically about you, because I know as a fan, if I was listening to an interview of Nadia G, I would get to the Bitchin' Kitchen stuff, which I've done. I would talk about the comedy, which I've done, but then I would talk about the ABCs of you, Nadia, because I am just curious about you. You do have guys on the show. You have your cast of characters that come on, and the one guy that puts the whipped cream on his naked body and all that. But I'll tell you, as a regular fan, as a legitimate fan, I wonder when I watch those guys, I'm like, is one of those guys her boyfriend? Has she hooked up with any of those guys on the show? So that's my question.
No, well, none of those guys are my boyfriend. But I do have to say that I met my true love many years ago, vodka.
Oh my God! That
nice.
gets a cheer.
I'm taken.
Yes, sir. That's awesome. I'm giving her a cheer. Standing ovation on that one. Oh, you know what I just read the other day, and I don't know if this is on your show or whether it's online or whatever, because I do actually, Nadia, I do my research. I really do. I do my research. And it said candy-infused vodka, where this is your tip, and you said it's like one of the best things you've ever come up with, where you put the candy, actually a real candy that you love, in some vodka, and you let it rest for a few days, and it's incredible, right?
Yeah, it's that simple. It was actually really interesting. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, and it really does. If you like gummy bears, you just grab a cup of gummy bears, you put in, like 2 cups of vodka, close it up, and let it rest. You shake it 3 times a day for 2-3 days, and then you strain it.
I love this woman.
I'm telling you, that vodka is going to taste just like gummy bears, or whatever kind of candy it is that you like.
So so the person, the significant other in your life is vodka. Does that mean you're single?
Yeah, I'm single. I like to keep it that way.
Oh, you like to keep it that way. Do you, is there anybody, in the horizon? Do you date frequently, or do you, just keep it single all the time?
I keep it single. I have a lot of fun with my girlfriends, I don't know, relationships. I travel a lot,
But you do, for a lot of people out there, men and women, you are the perfect woman. You know that.
Aw, thank you.
But you look like, do you have any kind of temper? Do you ever kick anybody's ass? Because you look like you could kick somebody's ass.
I do have a bit of a temper, I gotta say. But one thing with me is I get over things quickly. So I'll get really mad, I'll let it all out, and then half an hour later, I'm like, all right, let's go get some In-N-Out.
That's funny. Mike's just like that.
No, I have no temper. I have no temper whatsoever. So where do you see it going? Do you see Bitchin' Kitchen? Are there any other projects on the horizon, stuff that you want to do, places you want to go, things you want to do, hairdos you want to show us on TV? What's next for Nadia? I love the one where you had look. See, now listen. Before I mention this, Nadia, please, I want you to make sure. Do not think of me as a 53-year-old overweight, dirty old man. But I got to tell you, when you did that little shaved head thing on the side, that do you had, remember that show?
Oh yeah, well that is my hair. I've had that hair for 2 years now. It's like that right now.
Oh, so you just comb over the part that hangs over the part that's really super short?
Yeah, I have a lot of hair, so I could stand to lose a whole bunch of it, and it doesn't really show. But yeah, it's not quite a comb over.
Oh my God! So you can not to be stalker fan, but you can take that hair and you can move it back out of the way, and you'll still have that little like shave spot right up on the side where you got kind of the crew cut thing happening. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God!
I shave down practically to the skin.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Okay, you're now.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's it. And what I totally lost my train.
Yeah,
of thought.
That was a little distracting.
Well, it would have been an easier interview in my 30s. What can I say? All I'm thinking is not being inappropriate here. And you're based out of where? You based out of Brooklyn, New York? Is that where you're based out of?
No. So we shoot the show in Montreal.
Oh, you shoot it in Canada,
Los
too.
Angeles.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. And in fact, I have another cool show coming up. We're actually shooting it in a couple of weeks. I'm not quite sure when it's going to air yet, but it's a travel show.
Ooh.
So I'm excited about that. Me and my crew are going to be hitting the road in America and causing a whole bunch of trouble and stuffing our face holes.
Do you follow hockey, being a Canadian? I'm sure you've been asked that a million times.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not crazy about sports. I have to be honest. For me, like, all I see is a bunch of dudes kicking various balls around or throwing balls around. I don't quite get it. It's not that entertaining. Maybe if the guys took their shirts off or something, they gotta add a little something extra to sports.
The next to Scavady, or whatever that is. Listen, the show's based on, I love Montreal, incidentally. It's a gorgeous city, Montreal. And the travel show, I think anything you do, it's it's going to be fantastic. And if you do get to Washington, D.C., if you are doing a travel show, who do we have? Duff Goldman in here? Was he?
Oh, yes, we have.
Actually, Duff Goldman, you know, the Ace of Cakes dude, he came to the...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Duff is awesome. He was in my Christmas music video.
Awesome. Was that the one about the hating hipsters? Was that one?
No. Brooklyn Hipster Brunch is one of the newer videos where we take the piss out of hipsters. But we did a Christmas song last year, which was really cool. Duff's in it. Guy Fieri, Epic Mealtime is in it. The vegan black metal chef. That guy's hilarious. It's very funny. So, you know, you got Duff rapping and singing along to Show Me Your Ding, 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 Dong.
Well, you are invited. If your travels get you to D.C., we'd love to have you into the living room studio. But I think it's the edgiest and the funniest cooking show with great food also that's on there, Nadia. And you're very sweet and you're wonderful. And I hope I wasn't too much of a perv during this interview.
No, man, no. I had a wonderful time, and definitely if I get down to D.C., I would love to hang out in the living room studio.
Nadia G, it's Bitchin' Kitchen. Check it out Sunday nights on Cooking Channel. You rock, Nadia, and continued success to you. Thanks so much for joining me on One-on-One.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm such a pervert.
Yes.
I don't know. Did you like her or not?
I didn't know what to do.
Did you like
hard
her?
to read.
Did you like her hair?
Okay, she has...
I've never heard, like, it's one thing if she's talking about, like, working out or, like, what she does to keep her fit body, or even cooking. You got into it about her hair.
Do you know when the Far Cry, the Far Cry video I was playing?
Yeah.
Remember that do?
Yeah, it's that punk rock do. Yeah,
that's the punk rock do that she had, and that do.
But that's all it took to shut you down.
I know. I totally lost my train of thought because I didn't want to come across as I'm just going to pretend I'm 35 when I do an interview like that.
Don't worry about it. No matter how much you talked about how she has to comb her hair, you're not the one who asked for a mailing address for a pair of panties. That was Mark.
That was Mark. No, Mark said he was going to send her a wedding ring.
Yeah, I know where he was headed.
When you tell a woman that you're not a 53-year-old pervert, that's when she gets into her car and leaves.
That's when she knows that I am a 50. But I'm not.
That's right.
It's a healthy appreciation for her work.
Right, but you just can't say that because I think that frightens.
Yeah, what is pervert? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I'm not a pervert.
You know,
look,
you're just curious.
I appreciate the female form.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. And thank you for indulging me. And,
oh my God, you can comb your hair all the way over?
Well, which would have been worse if I said that, if I didn't qualify it, or if I said, "Hey baby, how you doing? Is it a landing strip?"
Well,
I mean, what would
well,
you
if you
have
had done that, it would have been better, but we would never have aired it.
Just
you
listen to it.
Yeah, you would have kept it in your phone.
Tomorrow we will discuss Buzz meeting a clown.
Yes.
And also Rob at King's Dominion.
Yeah, really nice. Hello, Sergio. Thanks for spotting me again.
The Mother's Day where you just gave and gave and gave.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm getting a turkey leg.
We'll take a break, come back with Rob's Magic Audio Ball right after this on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment is brought to you by Quench for Knowledge. It's back.
Oh, right. I can't wait.
Back. Join Rob Spiewak and Mark Ronick Wednesday night, May 30th at Quench in Rockville, Maryland for America's favorite trivia game.
What kind?
Trivia.
Mike, 5 big ways to win big at Quench for Knowledge.
Quench for Knowledge is fun. It's free. And Quench has been getting tremendous accolades in the press in Washington, D.C.
Well, the food's really good.
For being an amazing restaurant.
It's the best. Yeah.
So if you want to go have a wonderful cocktail with some certified mixologists and also enjoy some great food, the signature cocktails are great. The food's great. Bring your friends. The fun starts at 8:30 p.m. You're going to be standing up or sitting down?
I will be standing the entire time and dancing.
Wednesday.
That you can eat.
Wednesday, May 30th at Quench, 9712 Treville Gateway Drive in Rockville. For more information, visit quenchnation.com. And without further ado, let's get right to it and open the audio vault for today, Monday, May 13, 2013.
Will you entertain a question?
Certainly.
Has any radio story gone well that began with, well, we're going to let you do one more air shift?
You know, there are, it's funny because it goes in both directions.
Yes.
They came to me when CBS let us go and wanted me to do a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, lick it.
Yeah, we laughed
and we came in and I said, I record it. I'm done Friday.
Yes.
If you're getting rid of it, I'm not going to do a week for you guys. So you can that's the incredible farewell. It's not, I'm not dying. And, we had podcasting to do.
We did a recorded farewell, and even that
you had no idea that we were going to podcast.
Were we talking about it yet?
No, Mike, at that point, you and I didn't even know what a podcast was.
That's right. That was later on.
I was dropping off resumes at Home Depot.
That was later when Buzz and Rob and I sat down with Oscar and Libby.
Hughley.
Right, thank you. Anyway.
Anyway, Mike, from the Kathy Whiteside School of Disc Jockeys, this is Paula White.
There she is.
Yeah, she's on BBC in Great Britain, which, by the way,
she's lovely.
Not so great. Mm-hmm. She did her last time. She did a lunchtime music show.
Really?
20 years she'd been on.
Yeah, and she took a few drinks before the show.
So she got canned and they gave her a last shift?
And they gave her let's go now to the BBC, shall we?
This is fantastic.
20 years.
For the last time on lunchtime, let's say you pick the music. Oh, yeah. Played that for my dad when he was 60 at Riley's, which is now a co-op at the top of Smallthorne.
She just playing random cuts?
Bitch and talk says, Paul, you sound drunk. I'm not drunk. I've had a couple of drinks. I'm not drunk. I'm sad. No, but that's not working either. Oh, it's my last day and nothing's working. Why is nothing working? No. That's
That's great.
A perfect day. Perfect day by various artists. Obviously, it's 25 minutes to 2. Good afternoon. Unfortunately, Paul is not feeling quite well, so will it be her last afternoon show? So she's gone home. So unfortunately, or fortunately, as the case may be, you've got me till 4 o'clock.
I love the fact that in the space of one record, they bring in another disc jockey.
She's not feeling well. She's gone home.
A BBC spokesman
drove
home.
There's a spot of vomit on the carpeting.
Yeah, it was the only time in Great Britain someone actually drove on the right side of the road.
Right.
Was her on the way home. BBC spokesman said, Paula White, and I quote, was unable to continue on air yesterday as she was under par.
Yes, that's funny.
Fortunately, Denholm Siegerts was on hand to take over the show, and listeners were able to enjoy the usual lively mix of chat show and local news.
That's awesome.
20-year run, though.
20-year run.
It's huge.
Yeah.
What's that like? Just kidding.
I know what a 2-year run's like.
I'm in the final. That's about how long it took you to run to that police thing, wasn't it? Just going to take a 2-year run over there in my running shorts. One of my favorite phrases that I continue to encounter as I cut up our Florida Raw tape is you as Jimmy Cerrito saying, "Where's Ozzy?"
Where's Ozzy?
Because Jimmy Cerrito loves Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes, he does.
Has seen him in concert,
Right.
I think 20 times.
Right,
And,
absolutely.
things are going great for Oz because Black Sabbath is getting together and they're going to be featured on an episode of CSI.
Perfect.
Yeah, and he really does. It's his favorite personality, his favorite celebrity in the world.
What a dumbass.
No, I know. It's
So
not
let's look at both sides of the Ozzy coin. Mike, where's Ozzy?
Where's Ozzy?
Let's go to both sides of the Ozzy coin. Here's Ozzy acting on CSI.
Oh, good.
And what's great is you can understand him. Here's Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm sure you don't remember this, but
He's being approached by a reporter. I should set it up. Forgive me.
I'm sure you don't remember this, but you were actually my first interview ever.
Oh, what?
The Ultimate Centaur, 1986.
Really? I don't remember.
The concert or me?
I don't remember 1986.
So that's good.
So he did good.
He's
However,
obviously typecast.
go a little deeper, and you actually get behind the scenes Ozzy. I challenge you, Mike O'Mara, broadcaster.
Yeah.
What's Ozzy saying here?
I'm not an actor, so it's like a hurry up and wait. When you see it on the television, it's all done. But when you actually go on the scene,
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yep.
Is there? Do they distort him? I mean, do they try to make him off mic to just cover their ass?
And why the
So it
music
could be-
underneath?
I mean, it's unbelievable bass riff, and you get him going, "Oh, we'll say that." I mean, put a directional microphone on the guy, for God's sake.
Then we could understand.
Then you could understand, and then you'd
Right.
want to understand. Let's go back to this tape.
He doesn't
Going
like
on, It's been a long time, but it's been well. The weight's been well worth it because the album's really good.
Subtitles.
I'm pleased with the outcome.
Mike, where's Ozzy?
Has that act played? I think I'm done with the Ozzy
I'm
thing.
tired of it.
I'm actually, they're so overexposed. It's just
And
ridiculous.
I'm even tired of Crazy Train.
No, never.
Yeah, I think
try working at the Edge.
Yeah. Or try going to Jimmy's.
Mama, I'm coming home. I swear to God. I didn't want to shoot myself. I wanted to take a bow and arrow, take the arrow out, and slowly shove it into my mouth.
Or your eye.
That's how bad that was.
But will you
Mama, I'm coming home.
Will you entertain one question?
Yeah.
Where's Ozzy?
Where's Ozzy? I want Ozzy with some wing sauce on it.
Oh, nope. Where's Ozzy? Farrah Abraham. Do you know the name?
She's a
girl.
the teen mom sex star.
That's right. And she's issued a statement about what she's going to do because, her kid is just a baby.
Yeah, incidentally, as far as that woman is concerned,
right?
Great up until you see the actual porn. When you see the actual porn, it's just kind of, in my opinion, it's just kind of so-so.
You think?
Yeah, I don't think she's
You
all that.
downloaded it? Spend $30?
No, I didn't download it. I actually watched a clip on one of those sites you've recommended.
Really?
Those sites you've been recommended to me over the years.
You get 5-minute get it done.
No, it was not something, you go to this land of free material and you can get just amazing things, and you hit on something you like, you'll linger. This was like on and gone. It's like, she's gross.
Just sex.
Well, she's got a kid, and, if you shoot a porn, how do you handle that with your child? Right? Because it could be awkward.
Well, you get a sitter first of all.
Well, of course, Buzz.
Get a sitter.
But here's what Farrah Abraham says about
right?
being a teen mother and mothering. Here's Farrah Abraham.
I think just already having the communication open, and definitely I think when she's around that 13, 14, that's the year to really be like, look, Soph, I made this baby, I have a baby box for her.
Just so you know where she's at, she's not going to show the baby the porn until the baby is 13 or 14.
Jesus.
That's fair.
That's so sad.
Because she has a box of things she wants the baby to see. Let's go back to this.
Bad choices.
It has all the DVDs of Teen Mom, and it has my book, my video, and you know what? Because I know I'm extremely messed up, even though I act normal, but I also don't act like I'm a celebrity.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
God,
I'm trying to figure stuff out here right now. But I just know that Sophia, reading my letters that I write to her and us going through these things together, it'll make her life a whole lot easier.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Okay, let's stop that. All right.
Oh, my God.
But remember,
put a question on it because I really don't know because I'm stupid.
But that's how she handles her kids. And speaking of kids, Mike, here's a few items from the Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live.
A 7-year-old boy in Virginia was suspended from school after he pointed his pencil at a fellow student and said, bang. Even worse, he pointed at another student and said, would not bang. The new survey shows that the number of children that is most stressful for a mother to have is 3, especially if you had 4 when you left the house.
Not Mike. That is your magic audio ball.
He had a good week. That's funny. We will take a break, come back with Buzz and News on the Mike O'Mara Show. Everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, I want to thank Tony Perkins and all the folks at Fox 5.
We had no time to listen to review your performance today.
I did it, and check it out. We'll have it online, right? We'll have a link. I mean, it's all over Facebook.
They're going to give me a link, and I will share that on Facebook and Twitter.
I just,
delightful.
I didn't mind the weight as much as I minded the baggy anus size. That's the part I didn't
Tony
like
not
today.
looking well?
But I think I've beaten myself up.
You had the
Between
anus
the interview with Nadia G, where I called myself a pervert like 80 times, and the baggy, I'm going to stop doing that.
Stop calling attention.
It's my own insecurity, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to try to become falsely confident.
I thought it was nice that you didn't come in and hit on Tony Perkins because of his hairdo.
Right. They're wonderful over there.
They're great. And Allison also great. Yeah.
Allison is, she's lovely, and she's terrific. And Annie, you and everybody over there. Tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock, you'll be on the 98 Rock Morning Show.
Tomorrow, 98 Rock. This is the whole time of year where we promote the ride.
You're doing the news,
right? The ride for the Warriors.
Instead of Spiegel?
That's right. We're doing the news now. Just going to go up there and hang with Mickey and Amelia and Spiegel.
Great.
And
tell them we said
who's their producer? I always forget that.
Scott.
How could I forget that?
Drab T-shirt.
So that's
Scott.
tomorrow morning, and all promoting the ride for the Warriors, which happens on June 8th. Might want to promote it on my own show. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Here he is, Mr. Buzz Burbank. Take it away. And we didn't get to half the stuff we were going to do.
We can do that tomorrow.
One-on-one interview will be 10 minutes, not 16 next time.
Okay.
That's 6 more minutes than I wanted.
Thank you, Mike, and more details on the ride on our Facebook pages. Brought to you, the news today, by Smart Smoke, the premium e-cigarette. You already know that with same-day shipping and a money-back guarantee, Smart Smoke's the smarter alternative to tobacco. tobacco and that it costs 80% less than traditional tobacco products. And coming soon, you can save even more. Bigger refills at the same price as the old ones. And even with up to 14 hours of battery life, you don't want to get caught short. So Smart Smoke presents the Micro Mega, a tiny extra battery that clips onto your keychain. To see all the styles, flavors, and strengths and order refills, just click the Smart Smoke ad on our website.
What if we marketed a little disc jockey and called it the Micro Mera?
The Micro Mera.
I think that'd be great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, this story broke on Friday evening at the end of the weekly news cycle. The IRS announced that it had improperly given extra scrutiny to conservative groups applying for tax-exempt status, specifically any group affiliated with the Tea Party and other groups critical of the government.
Unbelievable.
The IRS said lower-level employees had done this as a shortcut, not as political targeting. The number of groups applying for tax-exempt status more than doubled between 2010 and 2012. But then we learned that the woman who oversees the review of tax-exempt status applications knew about this in 2011, more than a year before the 2012 presidential elections. And in March of last year, still ahead of that election, the IRS commissioner told Congress there was no targeting. There is outrage from both parties about this, but especially from conservatives who are promising yet another investigation.
All right, that'll be great.
Yeah, but the fact is they screwed up, and they deserve to be investigated. And when you screw up like this, you deserve it.
Yeah.
And I think Obama's speaking later on today a little bit. I think he's going to have a press conference today. I would love, it would be so much fun. Not because it's going to be good for the administration, just because it would be fun if it's just like, was there a cover-up? Yep, we covered it up. Yep, targeted them. Yeah, we did. Guilty. Guilty as charged. I don't like the Tea Party. Bunch of asshats. Decided we target them. Yep, we're guilty. We did it.
Mr. President,
yes,
will you
sir.
also say my favorite phrase that you say?
Sure.
Little Jabril.
I just want to say I've embarrassed my administration, and the IRS has embarrassed little Jabril. Little Jabril over there. What's that? What kind of message is that when we're targeting the Tea Party? Poor little Jabril.
The White House says it does support that investigation and more disciplinary action if necessary. There's talk among conservatives this could bring down President Obama through resignation or impeachment, but similar scandals did not undo the presidencies of Lyndon Johnson or Ronald Reagan in their respective Pentagon Papers and Iran-Contra scandals.
I think they might all do it. Because, that's their only real weapon.
Nixon had an enemies list.
And that's how you got the IRS.
Yeah,
it's like, who are you going to stick people on? Yeah. You're not going to send out people with hit squads and kill them. So the next best thing is wipe them out with the IRS.
Presidents have joked about turning the IRS on their enemies before.
Hey, is he a member of the Tea Party? Let's audit him. What do you think? Hey, little Jabril, come on over here.
I like saying it, too.
Conservatives are already going after likely 2016 candidate Hillary Clinton as well by continuing their investigation into the handling of our attack of the attack on our embassy in Benghazi. Over the weekend, Kentucky Republican Senator Rand Paul accused former Secretary of State Clinton of dereliction of duty and said it should preclude her from holding higher office.
I'd like to accuse him of dereliction of toupee.
Yeah, that pubic hair on his
That's
head.
really nasty.
Weird.
I bet you don't get excited if you interview him.
Not at all. Hey, let's bring in somebody to review Rand Paul's toupee.
Ooh.
Hey, little Jabril. What do you think of that?
Meanwhile, former Defense Secretary Robert Gates, who served under presidents from both parties, is coming down on critics who say the military should have been scrambled to protect our people in the Benghazi embassy. Gates says those critics have a cartoon view of the military. He says it's unwise to send planes and troops into a completely unknown situation, that they could not have been there in time, and that just buzzing the embassy with planes, as some have suggested, would have been both risky and ineffective.
Mm-hmm.
19 wounded at a Mother's Day parade just outside the French Quarter in New Orleans yesterday. People are vowing to find, or the police rather, are vowing to find the 3 young men who fired the shots and ran away.
I think they've got a pretty good video. I mean,
yes.
Even though you can't really identify, I think they're going to get this guy.
All right. Although several people are still in hospitals, including a 9-year-old girl, most of the victims were just grazed by ricochets.
Thank God for that.
Yep.
Yeah, amen. In Colorado, James Holmes is officially changing his plea today to not guilty by reason of insanity. We forecast this last week. Today it happens. 12 people died in his Aurora movie theater attack, and 58 others were wounded. A theater in Jefferson City, Missouri, meanwhile, is refusing to apologize for an Iron Man 3 stunt in which an actor walked into the theater in full tactical gear, armed with what appeared to be a modified M4 rifle and a 9mm sidearm.
Oh, my God.
Gotta be kidding me.
The theater owner says safety is his number one priority.
Oh, of course it is.
But he also said he has no regrets, quoting the theater owner, "My job is to entertain people."
Okay, so that's why he did it in the first place. That demonstrates what an idiot he truly is.
Publicity stunt.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's like William Castle on acid.
I mean, really? I mean, in this day and age, to pull something like that, was it even the Iron Man suit, or was it just
tactical gear?
He was dressed like a SWAT guy,
right?
Like the guy in Aurora,
right?
Unbelievable.
Exactly. Also, over the weekend, we learned that suspected Boston Marathon bomber Tamerlan Tsarnaev is being buried in Virginia, but the sheriff of Caroline County says his department will provide no special security to prevent vandalism at the gravesite.
Do you know where he's buried? Where in Virginia?
Where?
Not exactly.
Doswell. The
Really?
only thing that happens in Doswell, King's Dominion.
Oh,
They've
my
got
God.
King's Dominion and the terrorist burial.
And right off on 95.
Precisely.
So that's convenient for people that are going to... I feel so bad for the people in that community. I really... Because
Yeah.
this is going to bring every crazy in
You're
the
right.
world
You're
to that
absolutely
area.
right.
And whoever this lady is... I haven't read enough about it. I'll think... We'll talk about... Let's talk about it tomorrow, because
What they're accustomed to is...
I heard the lady interviewed, and it's just like, everybody's a human being. You know, okay, bury him in your kitchen.
Well, in Doswell,
Okay,
they're accustomed to getting the creme de la creme of society, the people that attend theme parks.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about KD tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gangs Dominion.
Yeah, it's a good place.
And the brothers of accused Cleveland kidnapper Ariel Castro say they had no idea what their brother was up to all those years. They say they would have called police had they known. Quoting one of them, "Brother or no brother." Quoting the other, "I hope he rots in that jail. I want him to suffer."
And the size of that house, how could they not know what was going on?
You know, I believe the police. That
I
they've
do
done,
too, but
they've done the thorough investigation. I don't think they'd be on the street if there was any chance.
But God.
Finally, it's spring, so it's time to get outraged by bikinis.
Yeah,
in
Mike.
New York, of all places, in New York, residents of an upscale housing development are upset about female residents in their 20s who've been sunbathing in bikinis. One activist calls the sunbathing tasteless and says it doesn't belong in a mixed residential neighborhood.
Oh, stop that.
Really? In
How dare you?
Stuart, Florida, a single mom's been fired from her job teaching 9th grade English not because she worked in porn, but because her side job is modeling bikinis. Outrageous. And still none of this, though, as wild as the 40-something grandmother, her 20-something daughter, and her newborn granddaughter strolling down the street in Charlotte, North Carolina yesterday, completely nude.
Whoa.
Because they said the Lord told them to.
Yeah.
Amen. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I didn't see that one coming, Buzz. That's amazing. That's it. We got to get out of here. Our thanks to, once again, Tony Perkins at Channel 5 today for promoting the ride.
Right.
Tomorrow morning, 98 Rock with Mickey, Amelia, and Spiegel. And also, we will talk to Buzz about meeting a clown.
Yes.
And we will also talk to you, not only about King's Dominion, but how funny you are when you post on Facebook.
Yeah.
I know you always love that.
I do.
If anyone was wondering, I got a turkey leg.
Well, I sure was. I got you to talk about it on your radio show.
So we will do that tomorrow. Great show, everybody. And thanks to Nadia G also.
Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow with another brand new show. Today's show brought to you by Vistaprint. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.